Today's first impressions video is on My Fantastic Ranch, which is a very, very cute looking city builder that doesn't really do anything too majorly different, but it is very, very fun all the same. And the aesthetic, as you can see, is just utterly adorable. I love the art style they've gone with. As always, we'll look through the options first, and we'll jump into the gameplay. I'll discuss what I like, what I don't like, and give my general first impressions on everything. Nothing really to shout home about here. One thing I will mention, especially with the music, is that they haven't really balanced it right. So if you start with everything at full, you're going to actually struggle to hear the voice acting in the game because the music sort of overpowers it. Now you can come in here and change it because you've got all of the relevant volume modules, but something to look at, maybe just adjust the balances in the game by default to start us off. Your controls, they are not rebindable. You can switch between QWERTY and AZERTY, but they're not rebindable. However, it's a city builder. All you're going to need really is your mouse. You're not really going to be using your keyboard outside of pressing the tab button to bring up the build menu. It's not a huge bugbear on a game like this as it would be on, say, like a first-person shooter, where being able to rebind your keys fully would be very, very advantageous. Your graphics options are probably the most disappointing thus far. The game doesn't seem to require too much to run on, and it does look very pretty, but more quality options than just the bog standard would be really, really nice. This feels like a console port to PC, even though it's clearly not, and it's a bit disappointing as a result. And then your languages. They've got a decent selection of languages here, which is nice to see. Your subtitles are obviously on by default, and you've got some decent voice acting in it as well. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. Overall, options could have been maybe improved, especially with the graphics, but nothing too major to write home about here. Pretty standard stuff. How does the game actually work though? Well, it's very simple. You run a ranch. You have to have a certain amount of animals adopted, and as you go through the game and get higher respect and higher experience levels, you will be able to build more. The areas are very nice. You can see the animals that you are adopting sort of doing their thing as they go through and do the training, be it target practice or things like that. When you level up, as you will see here, you get a inclination as to what you've unlocked. You will see that you've leveled up, and there is one thing that's annoying about this, in that everything else, even though it says what key to press, everything else you can just use your mouse to click it, except for this. The only way to get off this screen is to hit your spacebar, and I don't quite understand why you can click on every other option with your mouse, even though it says here, look, space, but you can see where you can click. But when you level up, you can't. It's really frustrating, and it's such a small thing that is going to drive me absolutely insane the more I play this game. But as you can see, each time you level up and you learn something new, the game will give you a tutorial and explain what more things you can do and what you unlock. You get your objectives down here in the bottom left-hand corner, and they are constantly going, and you will get like a time bonus for completing them in a certain amount of time, etc. It's not bad. Like, it's very cute. I love the way it looks. I love the fact that you can speed time up and stuff. You've got your settings, and you've got your little journal here and your badges, and you can see what each of them do, which is really nice. As for what you can build, honestly, it's a bit lackluster. If we go to the build menu here, it uses a gem system, and apparently once you hit level 4, you've unlocked everything that you can for your main buildings. Then you've got your fields, so you can unlock everything up to level 8. Then you've got your decorative items that goes up to level 9. And you've got nature, which again goes up to level 8. They all use gems, and the idea is that you want to try and be earning more gems than what you're spending for general maintenance and things. And the way that you earn gems is by doing training and using these fields here. However, to only have 6 main buildings, 6 main fields, 7 decorative items and 7 bits or 5 bits of nature it's not a lot. And unfortunately, I feel that once you have unlocked everything, especially depending on how long it's going to take you to unlock these and get to the level 8s and level 9s, the game might become a little bit stale and it might not hold your attention for very long. Now, this may change. They may add more to it. There may be more buildings that you can get. There may be different, more adult animals that you can sort of acquire and stuff. But I don't know. It's a problem. It always makes me worried when it doesn't look like there's a lot there, but it looks like it's going to be a while for you to get what is there. It makes it look sort of drawn out. But once you have bought everything and once you've built everything and you've got everything going, you can start lessons, which is where you're going to get your main sort of income from. Now, you can hire more staff if you get more offices, etc., and get bigger offices, and you can see how many students and everything you've got up here. And they will have different sort of key things going on. You'll have different badges which will give you different abilities which will make things better for certain tasks. And what you have to do is you've basically got to try and get the animal and the student mixed up as best as possible to get them to be a super duo. And if you make them a super duo, then they're going to be better or get better results, which will give you more gems as a result. So as you can see, we'll get 150 here, 62% and 40% of the silly behavior, etc. So we're going to go in with that, and that will start their training. And then down here, you've got your dressage area as well. So you choose your staff member, exactly the same system. And then you can choose a second duo there and hit start, and away you go. And that's basically the game. You do certain training, you get more students to come in. The more students you get to come in, the more gems and money you'll make, and the more experience you'll get over time, and the more successful you'll be, and you just keep continuing to build it out. It's very, very shallow on the surface, not a huge amount of content yet, but I am quite impressed with it, and I feel like for a chill game for a few hours maybe, it will keep your interest and keep you going well. So there you go. Let me know in those comments down below what you think, and I will see you all next time. Ciao, ciao.